Shakira, tell me about yourself.
Yes, sir. As of you know, my name is Shakira, and I completed my master's in computer applications. After that, I worked as a tutor in some institute, and then I got married, and I had a little break because of my personal reasons, and then now I started again my career, and I am looking forward to the best opportunity in an IT field. This is all about myself, sir.
Okay, one website I'm giving you, you need to handle the drop down of country selection.
Okay, sir.
I've shared the website in the chat.
Okay.
Okay, share your screen, open Eclipse.
Okay, sir. Chat. Okay,
In
I
the Zoom
will
chat.
in the Zoom chat. Okay. Mm.
Okay, scroll down.
Okay.
Yes, country selection.
Okay, this one.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay, just okay, select. Okay, can you go to that website once?
Which? Okay.
That
Yeah.
okay, click on that country selection drop down. Mhm.
Yes.
Okay, select Australia.
Australia.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm. Means
Okay, Australia.
okay, write program to select Australia.
Okay, sir.
Hmm. Okay. Okay, in the same website, write another program to do right click on API testing.
Right click on API testing.
Yes.
This one, sir?
Yes.
Okay. Can you remove this one, sir? Or create another
Create
class?
another class.
Okay.
Okay, can you talk about assertion? Can you talk about
Assertion.
assertion?
Yes, sir. Assertion in test ng, sir.
Yes.
Yeah. Generally in Selenium, every test case will be passed until there is no exception. So, to suppose, for example, if we give valid credentials of Amazon, it will give the it will show the pass test case. And even or suppose if you give the wrong credentials, still it will give the test case is pass. So, that means it will go the against the application behavior. So to avoid this drawback, we need assertion in test-ng. Assertion is used to check the accepted behavior with the actual behavior. If both are matching, it will show the pass. If not, if they are not matching, it will show the fail test case. So there are syntax assert dot assert true. In the parenthesis, we can give false. True expected behavior is true, and actual behavior is false. So it will give the fail test case. If both are true, then it will give the pass. And one more syntax is assert dot assert equals expected behavior, actual behavior, and message. That means we can write for all the data types. Expected behavior comes from the handwritten, and actual behavior comes from the method.
Okay. So can you talk about data provider?
Data provider annotation. Yeah, data provider. We use the data for running the test case. In the test case, if we test the component with multiple set of data, that is called data-driven testing. If you perform the data-driven testing, we use the data provider annotation.
Okay. So what is a test-ng listener?
Test-ng listener. Test-ng listener is perform the activity of listening the activity of every at the rate of test case. Test-ng listeners will perform activity whether the test case is pass or fail. So we have so many test-ng listeners: iTest listener, iReporter, iHookable listener, iInvoke method, iSuit listeners. Except iTest listener, all the listeners are used by the developer to perform the unit testing, and mostly testers are used the iTest listener. And the steps involved in the to perform the listeners class. First, we need to create the class and implements the iTest listener, and then iTest listener is the interface. So and then we override its unimplemented methods. After that, we write our logic to perform whether the test case is pass or fail, and then we create separate class and extends the listeners class, and also give the listeners annotation at the top of the class, like at the rate of listeners inside the parameters listeners class class name dot class. If the test cases are different packages, then we need to mention package name dot class name dot class. Basically, it performs the activity, whatever activity we want to perform, based on whether the test case is pass or fail.
So what is ID-try analyzer?
iRetry analyzer. If you want to retry the failed test cases, we use the iRetry analyzer. This will be done with the help of iRetry analyzer interface. So why we need to retry the failed test cases means sometimes the test case got failed because of some maybe software issues, hardware issues, or internet issues, or any environmental issues. So there is a chance if you retry the failed test case, it may get passed the test case. So the steps to perform the iterative retry analyzer. first we create one class and implements the iRetra analyzer. That is the interface. So we need to override the unimplemented methods of the interface, and then we create one, and then we write the logic to retry the failed test cases. That means how many times you want to retry the test case, and then we create one separate class to utilize the iRetra analyzer, and how to in the test annotation inside the parenthesis, retry analyzer is equals to iRetry analyzer class name dot class. We'll mention like this.
Okay, so can you talk about the locators in Selenium?
Yeah, we actually in Selenium, first we find the element and then locate the element and then perform an action. So for locating the element, we need some locators to locate. So those are ID, name, class name, tag name, XPath, partial link test, CSS selector. These are the locators to locate the element in the Selenium.
Okay. Can you talk about the page object model?
Page object model. Page object model. We need page object model to avoid the drawbacks of the stale element exception reference. To overcome the drawback of the stale element reference exception, and to avoid the duplicate codes. Stale element reference exception means, suppose if you are using the XPath that has becomes old, that is the stale element reference exception. That means it is your XPath is working before, but now, but it is not working now. So that is the stale element reference exception. So to overcome this, we need the page object model. Generally, in the page object models, we do not need to change everywhere. Suppose, for example, if we take an Amazon application, we have automated 10 classes. If some reason I need to change one XPath in one class. So without the POM concept, if I change the XPath in one class, I have to change the XPath in all the classes without using the POM concept. Suppose if you use the POM concept, I don't need to change the XPath in everywhere. I need to change the XPath in one class only. It will affect the all other classes. That is the use of the POM object model. So this is the POM object model, and this is a Java design pattern, not a framework and not a tool. So if you in this we have a predefined source and test packages. In the source, we mention all the page classes. In the test, we mention all the test cases. In each page class, we follow three things. One is locate the element using find by annotation, and then create separate method to perform action. Create a separate method for each component to perform the action, and then we initialize the and then we create one constructor, and using the page doctor inside the constructor, we use the page factory class and initialize init elements. With the help of this, we can initialize the elements. If you do not initialize these elements, you will get the null pointer exception. These things we will perform in the each page class, and in the test case, we will create an object of the page class, and we will call those methods accordingly. This is all about page object model.
Okay. Okay, Shakira, thank you. You are good in programming as well as theory also. You are good. But you can keep on practicing, you can perform better than this. You watch various mock interview videos and keep on giving interviews. You'll get better opportunities.
Thank you, sir. And one more thing, sir.